Alrighty, everyone. Let's see. Back. So, welcome to episode 1 of Kona. Kona is an older game. It's a couple years old. It came out in 2017, I want to say. It's been on my wish list for a long time, but I have not watched any playthroughs of it. I know there are a couple out there. But I figured it's like a mystery adventure thing, and so I figured it would be a good transition from spooky season into cold season that's also still spooky. So, I've turned off the music because I think it's copyrighted, and even though I'm not at a point where I'm monetizing things, I don't know, I don't want to get copyright striked, so... Anyways, let's play. So yeah, it's a mystery adventure sort of thing. Takes place in northern Quebec in like the 70s. Weird disappearances. Am I actually driving or?
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
That's right, we're gonna get it done.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
All over it. So I guess we're just driving to find this. The third person narrator is kind of weird.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Yep, that sounds like rural custom, alright. E to interact. Manistan, it will be good. Looks like a map. River. Just for fun, I'm gonna... Oh, look, an empty bottle. But I can piss him? I don't know. Bushes don't look too good. Those are some nice carvings. You know, I probably shouldn't have left the truck running, but I just wanted to, I figured there was a tower, so I had to climb it. Ooh, yes. I'll take some pincher, fire starters. Don't mind me just pilfering from the watchtower. It's fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I don't really know what the actual story is going to end up being on this, but I am interested to find out.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Alright.
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
How convenient for me to have gone and pilfered those pictures. It's almost like I've played video games before or something.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others, an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes.
The more
And
realistic.
those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people.
I mean,
Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another.
which is fair.
So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Ow. Jesus. People do not know how to drive. Do not know how to drive. Myself included, apparently.
Carl needed to get out of there.
Ow.
The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Oh shit, when did it snow that much? Jesus. I'm sorry. Is my truck still running in the background? My truck's just been idling for like 2 hours. Oh shit, we knocked that down. Oh, and
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
we're gonna.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance. Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But
Isabel.
Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzards. Well,
It was
that's
so
nice.
cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't feel our toes anymore. Oh, shit.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Again, we're just leaving the car idling out here, apparently. Unless... Oh, shit. Oh, snowy shit. Oh, okay. Oh, we got another watchtower. And we got a nice little hut here. Please let the hut... Ooh, and a fireplace. So we're gonna try to get into the hut. And we are into the hut. And we are turning on a lamp. Those are...
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
Indeed he was. Fire starter, some matches. Warm this shit up. Oh. There you go. Oh, I need wood. Shit. Death signs. Shit. Is there... Where is there wood?
The cold was burning Carl, He would not hold up much longer. He had to warm himself.
Yeah, well. I mean, he would warm himself by a fire if he could make a fire with some wood. If there was any, you know, wood about. That's weird. Ah, shit. Oh, here's some wood. Alright. Okay. Alright, there we go. Let's warm those bits up, you know? Because it do be some bits. Alright. Inventory. Journal, map, options. Docs. Inventory, consumable. Cigarettes. Which I don't need cigarettes right now. And a locked iron box. Which I need a key for. Okay. Is there anything else around here? I think we are fully warm, so that's good. Alright. Well, since we've warmed up, maybe we can go on a little bit. See if we can figure out what is going on out here. Was there anything at the top of this? Did I mean, I know I already went up here, but you know, I was a little stressed out. There's nothing down at the top of there. Okay. Let's see. For entertainment value. Entertainment value, for sure. Alright, let's see. Let's get moving. Fish. Maybe. Oh, I bet you put those, yeah, chains on there. There we go. We got chains for the other side. Chains are already on the other side. Alright. Did he not heal his wounds? What does he need to heal his wounds? Alright. Oh. Ration du survive. What the crap else? What else is there in here? Got a screwdriver, an empty can of beans, some whiskey or beer. Not sure what that is. None of this is consumable. Does he need to, I don't know, light a cigarette?
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
Smoking's bad, kids. Smoking's not cool. It's bad for you. Listen to your mother. Let's see. Seriously.
Scratches did not stop Carl. His mother would be so proud.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Alright. Alright, we're gonna try it again. Alright, see if the old... How does Carl heal his body? Like, tell me how. Don't get it. So it won't let me interact with anything else. Is this why people think it's not a good game? I don't know. Oh. Oh. I see. I see. Alright. Alright. Consumables. First aid kit. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. So, I have played video games before. Apparently, not enough. Just some chains and he can just back the fuck right out like that. I have a hard time believing that. I know chains are helpful, but like, bruh. That kind of snow, that I don't know. But chains are also illegal where I live, so I've never actually tried them. So I don't know.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Sounds like Canada. Sounds like Canada to me.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Oh. Buffering. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. Alright, here we go. Does Carl never turn his car off? Because seriously, if I was running, I mean, I don't know. I know know it's the 70s, but like, wasn't there a gas crisis in the 70s? Oh, that's not good.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Yeah, you don't say. Let's see.
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Oh, interesting. Spooks. Alright.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
That's a fair question, Carl. That is a fair question. Unbranded cans is kind of weird. Is he selling Coke in those cans? Or something else? You don't say. The place is a mess.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
What the shit? What the hell are you? Oh shit.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
I don't think it really applies to either of these. Alright. Let's see. Is there a gun anywhere? Light.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Quebec's conflict. Aye, aye, aye. Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of Chibougamau area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering thanks to the hard labor of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in the expanding of Quebec's national wealth. Mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream. Turn it into your reality now. The mines, a sector in full expansion, Did you know that since 1960, Canada tripled the amount of resource royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospitals depend on minerals, exploiting our resources, the road to our future. Well, that's nice. Let's see. Yeah, secretaries. Can't see shit in here. Letter from
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store.
Gilles.
That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
I mean, that's usually fair. You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry. I will have a doctor's note, which I'm going to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop. Unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you after all. You must know how it is done, since it is yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Jair.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Apparently, I don't know how old cash registers work. Oh, we don't have power, that's right. Alright, let's see. So we are...
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Okay. So I'm gonna need duct tape. Okay, so the wolves are over here. Let it be known you're nothing more than...
Hate was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
A brigand, a robber, a garbage hoarder, a viper, a leech, a monster, holding a knife to my throat. Too bad for me, but...
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. something fell to the bottom of the box. The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Indeed. That might have been handy to know.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
You don't say. It is a mess. First aid kit. Good. Anything else? Cigarettes.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Oh, my soul to the company store. Oh, there we go. More cigarettes. Take that as well. Okay. Can I have that cigarette? Sawdust or tobacco? Ooh, duct tape. And some matches. Cigarettes. Rice Krispies. Get luxury here. Cash register instructions. 2 members minimum. Press sale. Turn the crank 2 to 3 times. Punch the machine if it doesn't work. Wish I had seen that earlier. General store is clearly also a post office, because, you know, that's just how that works. Fire starter, fire starter, give me more fire starters. Okay. Well, that's enough faffing about in here, eh?
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Okay, so I don't have that tool yet. Alright, let's see. There we go. There's a car that's clearly been in better shape. Take that. The file and some screwdrivers and bullshit in there. Ooh, yes. Needle nose. And so the radio still works, so, electricity totally does still work. Is there anything else? Alright. I'm sure I probably could have done something easier than that. I don't like how they just disappear. I don't know. That seems weird to me.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Indeed. Ordinary people playing spy. Wait. I didn't actually read that shit.
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
As a citizen of Her Majesty and the free economic chambers of the world, that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honorable... Alright. See if we can turn on the pump, at least.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Do I need to... Alright. Okay. Alright. while the engine is still running. I'm sorry, that is the best. There's no way that truck got filled up in that amount of time.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Maybe, if I have half a clue where I'm going. But that's expecting a lot from me, really. Alright. Well, this has been long enough, so I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. Unless... How does one...
The track was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone?
Is that a flaming arrow?
Someone had been playing with a crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right. There was only void where the road should be. Carl hated dead ends. He felt trapped. It was as if the road had drowned in the lake. He would have to find help by another road.
Indeed he would. Oh.
Someone must have dropped this in a hurry, but whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in.
And there's friggin' wolves too, isn't there? Alright, we're gonna pull out the old pistolero.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this? As if an iceberg came out of the ground? That was a first.
There's one of those at the gas station, too.
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
Okay, that's weird. Oh.
Carl felt engulfed by a wave of cold, and for a second thought he was fainting. All of a sudden, 4 phantasmagoric figures were fixing their gaze on him. What the hell was going on?
What the hell is going on? This is weird.
The further Carl moved away from the ice block, the more his senses came back to him.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're just gonna walk away from that.
Someone must have dropped this in a hurry, but whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in.
Carl thinks we should get the heck out of here. How does one read this damn map? Alright. Zoom in. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Cabin, the Manson suit, rest stop back there. Not that bad. Hamilton is all the way up there. Manson.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Alright, we're just... Alright, I think we're just gonna drive back, and I need to be able to save the game at some point. Excuse me. And we're loading. There we go.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Alright. So I'm gonna save the game here, and we'll pick this up some other time. Yeah, so far it's interesting. You know, it's not gonna be a super long series, clearly. Hopefully I don't take forever on it. But yeah, if you actually liked it, like. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe, do whatever. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.